it's Lauren Gafer here. Welcome back to another Tuesday tip. I help women over 40 to ditch their diets and have an altogether happier and healthier relationship with food. But today I want to talk about stress. Is stress preventing you from having a healthier lifestyle? Listen, I get it, I really do. When we are extremely stressed, we don't have the time or the inclination to take proper care of ourselves. What's happening when we're really busy with our day-to-day lives, with being mums and wives and business owners, or having busy jobs, or elderly parents, or whatever it is that's keeping you incredibly busy, and life throws something additional at you, you really do let yourself fall to the bottom of your own list of priorities. But it's during these times when stress is really coming at you that you've got to take extra special care of yourself, or you're not going to be able to cope with the stress that keeps coming at you. I get that 21st century life is really busy, and it can often be a little bit too much for a lot of people, myself included, but you've really got to listen to your body before your body tells you that you have to take a day off, because that's when you've achieved burnout, and you don't want that to happen. So I'm going to be sharing some tips with you to help you balance your cortisol levels, because this is actually our master hormone which controls our stress levels, and when that is either too high or too low, we're not coping with stress in a healthy way. Now, there's one thing that you can do to help to manage your stress levels better, and that is to sleep better. Now, I get it. When we're stressed, quite often the first thing to go out the window is our sleep. Either you can't get to sleep at night because you're worrying too much, or you're waking up in the middle of the night or really early in the morning and your brain is whirring and you just can't seem to get a decent night's sleep. But I want to share with you some simple strategies that I've used when I've been really stressed and struggling with my sleep, that's really helped to calm me down, because sleep is the number one thing that needs to be happening properly when you are stressed. Because when you're sleeping, your body is going into the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest and digest arm of your nervous system. Whereas when you are in fight or flight, when things are really stressful, you're not getting any rest, your body's not digesting, you're not able to repair, and none of the good things that your body needs to heal are happening because you're constantly in this fight or flight mode. So sleep is the number one thing that you can do for 8 hours a day to help to replenish and recharge and reboot your cortisol, so that you can cope with day-to-day life and the extra stresses that life can throw at you a little bit better. So I want to share with you 3 strategies today that I've used myself that have really helped me to sleep a little bit better. Now, the first of these is to have a bedtime routine. Now, remember when, probably not when you were a baby, but if you're a mum and you had a baby, we always had a bedtime routine for our babies, didn't we? You know, it started at 6 o'clock, it was bath time, perhaps with a little bit of, lavender scented bubbles in the bath. Then it was quiet time in a darkened room with a story, and then you might kind of, dim the lights and have a relaxing cuddle. Where's all that gone? When did we stop doing that? I want you to instill a bedtime routine for yourself, so that you're preparing your body for sleep before you actually go to sleep. What's happening is we're flying around like headless chickens all day long. We're on our phones until the last minute before we turn our lights off, and then we're expected to get a restful night's sleep. It's not going to happen. You have to prepare your body for sleep. So I want you to instill a bedtime routine. I want you to have a relaxing bath, perhaps with some lavender oil or some Epsom salts. I want you to dim the lights in your room, read a book, get electronics out of your room, and really prepare your body for sleep, so that when it comes to turning your light off, you're nice and relaxed, you're nice and cozy, you've got some lavender scented body lotion on, or whatever it takes, you've lit a candle, you've prepared your bedroom and your bed and yourself for sleep, so that when it comes to turning your light off, you're actually prepared for sleep and you're not wound up and, with all the stresses coming at you. The second tip, and I mentioned this just now, is electronics. Now, they are everywhere, they are unavoidable, but they are making their way into our bedrooms, and they are stopping us from being able to get a good night's sleep. So what I want you to do is I want you to switch your phone off or put it on airplane mode, turn off all your notifications, whatever you need to do to stop looking at your phone at least an hour before you go to bed, and leave it charging in a different room. Do not have it charging by your bedside table. If you use it for your alarm, go and buy a cheap alarm clock that goes off with a battery in the morning, and don't use your phone as an alarm. You want your phone out of the bedroom, and ideally all other electronics, iPads, whatever, out of the bedroom, charging somewhere else, so that your room is an electronics free zone and it's actually a calm place where you can feel nourished and nurtured without all the notifications coming at you 24 hours a day. You deserve a break from the buzzing of your phone. Let it charge somewhere else. And my third tip is magnesium. Now this is the calming mineral, and the more stressed we are, the more magnesium we use. So we want to replenish our stores of magnesium to make sure that our adrenals can cope with the stress that is being thrown at us day in and day out. And there are a number of ways that you can add magnesium into your diet and lifestyle. You can eat more magnesium rich foods, including dark green leafy vegetables, so kale, rocket, watercress, spinach, those kinds of things. Nuts and seeds, walnuts, almonds, pumpkin seeds are good sources of magnesium, and also legumes like chickpeas and lentils are another really good source of magnesium. The other way that you can get magnesium is in Epsom salt baths. So it doesn't have to be magnesium that you eat, it could be magnesium that you absorb. And Epsom salts or magnesium sulfate is another great way to relax at the end of the day. So as part of your bedtime routine, as mentioned in point number 1, add some Epsom salts to your bath, and that will help you to calm down before you go to bed. Or you can also buy magnesium oil or magnesium body butter. These are readily available in health food shops, and again this absorbs into the skin and replenishes your stores of magnesium, which is being burnt as you are getting more and more stressed. So which one of these are you going to implement? I want you to pick one this week that you're going to do. I want you to come back to this video and tell me which one you've done. To summarize, my 3 tips for helping you have a better night's sleep so that you can balance out your cortisol and manage your stress levels better are: number 1, have a bedtime routine, much like we did when our children were younger, or if you have a baby now, give yourself a bedtime routine. Number 2, electronics, get them out of the bedroom. And number 3, magnesium, replenish your magnesium stores via food or Epsom salts or via body butters or oils. So those are my 3 top tips to help you get a better night's sleep and reduce your stress levels. Which one are you going to choose? Come back to this video and let me know. And I will see you back here next week for another Tuesday tip. Take care. Bye.